TMP-3M Tempest Overview. The design of the Tempest originated in the late 3040s and used little advanced technology. The clan invasion and the resulting massive research and development effort led to modifications in the design, and the version finally fielded in 3055 was radically different from the original concept. Combat operations have prompted further refinements and the creation of several variants, available as field modifications and factory-built options. Capabilities. The original Tempest plans called for twin PPCs, replaced in production models with a Zeus slingshot Gauss rifle and a Sutel large pulse laser. The Tempest also receives additional firepower from 3 Diplan M3 medium lasers and an Irian Weapon Works 60mm SRM-6. The Gauss rifle is equipped with 2 tons of ammunition for a total of 16 rounds of fire, while the SRM-6 has 1 ton of ammunition for a total of 15 rounds of fire. Irian designers also incorporated the new Magna 260 XL engine, double heatsinks, and a Technocron Type H endo steel chassis. The jump-capable Tempest can leap up to 120 meters at a time, allowing it to keep pace with many lighter mechs in the field, despite the mediocre power plant and cruising speed. Fine-tuning and testing done on Irian's varied landscapes prompted Irian battlemechs to claim that the Tempest could operate in whatever terrain the Free Worlds League militia desired, with no loss of capability, an assertion the League military have tested on several occasions since. Deployment. Free Worlds military strategists deployed the Tempest throughout the League, individually and in groups. In a move harkening back to the SLDF, they deployed several Lance and company-sized units of Tempests, in some cases complemented and screened by the lighter Shadowhawk 5M. This combination of mobile mechs provides a flexible strike force that can serve offensively or defensively as the need arises. The largest concentration of Tempests is in the Marek militias, but the Free Worlds Legions and the Fusiliers of Orienta also field substantial numbers. The Tempest has made its greatest impression, however, in the Syrian Lancers. Its balance of firepower and agility proved vital to the unit's success in Operation Guerrero and the subsequent liberation of Sirius and Procyon. Variants. To date, no official variants of the Tempest exist, though the 3M2 is undergoing testing on Irian. Active duty Tempests, however, include a variety of temporary modifications ranging from replacing the Gauss rifle with an autocannon to downgrading the SRM-6 in favour of additional ammunition. The 3M2 Storm Tempest variant is scheduled to enter limited production before the end of the year, and sees a substantial overhauling of weapon systems while retaining the parent design's main framework and equipment. Downgrading the Gauss rifle to a light Gauss model extends its range and endurance at the expense of damage potential, though technicians have compensated for this with some extent by upgrading the medium lasers to extended range models and exchanging the SRM system for a streak equivalent. An extra heatsink and an extended range small laser attached to the Gauss rifle rounds off the weapons system, while minor structural and electronic modifications, available to existing Tempests as part of their regular maintenance cycle, complete the upgrade. Notable mech warriors. Force Commander Joseph Jumpin' Jack Hooder. Born on Regulus to a notable mercantile clan, Force Commander Hooder caused consternation in his family when he eschewed the business for a career in the military. His early service with the 1st Regulan Hussars was unspectacular, but he did finally get a chance to show his skills during the unit's involvement on Heine in Operation Bulldog. Drawn into a bitter close-quarters fight with a Jaguar Madcat, Hooder used the agility and resilience of his Tempest, the Black Rose, to good effect, dodging his heavier opponent's attacks long enough for the rest of his command company to surround and crush the clan star. Constant leaping to avoid the clan warrior earned him his nickname, but also placed severe stresses on the mech and prompted Irian battlemechs to reacquire the Rose. Company engineers promptly dismantled the mech to study the battle's effects on its chassis. The data has led to the successive upgrades culminating in the 3M2 variant. The Tempest. Not really a mech that I'd ever pick right off the bat, to be honest, but let's have a look at it. It's a 65-ton chassis as the Technocron Type H endo steel, power plant the Magna 260 XL, cruise of 43, max speed of 65 kph, Jump jets provided by Chilton 465. Chilton, your choice in jump jets. Jump capacity 120 meters. Armor Maximilian 100, equipped with 1 Zeus slingshot Gauss rifle, 1 Sutel precision line large pulse laser, 3 Diplan M3 medium lasers, 1 Irian Weapon Works 60mm SRM 6 rack, manufactured by Irian Battlemechs Unlimited, primary factory Irian. Communication system, Irian Technologies HMR-35S. Targeting and tracking provided by Wasat Watchdog W100. That's Wasat. The TMP 3M Tempest, yes, actually runs 6, walks 4, jumps 4, with 22 heat dissipation thanks to 11 double heat sinks, has an armor factor of 200, 21 on the CT, 15 internals right and left torso, 10 on the arms, and 15 on the legs. Armor, though, is 32 on the CT, is quite respectable for 65 ton, 24 on each on each right and left torso. Rear center torso only has 7, whereas the rear left and right torso only have 6. Has 18 armor on the arms, and on the legs it has 28. Not too bad, a bit easy to kill on the rear. Yeah, I mean, not a bad mech overall. 65 tonner that is actually a bit slower. Usually, you know, anyone who's a bit familiar with the 65 ton range, there's a little more emphasis on speed than there is firepower, whereas this one has definitely gone more in on like heavier weaponry by comparison to some other 65 tonners that you'd encounter around about the 3020s going into 3039. This thing completely outclasses the likes of the Catapult, for instance, Jaeger Mech, and the like. And yeah, is definitely up there firepower-wise with some 70 and 75 tonners, although that is thanks to things like the XL engine, obviously. Double heat sinks don't do that bad a job either, and its Gauss rifle is a rather nasty little surprise for most people. Though, visually, not really the mech I would pick out of a lot. Especially not in the 3055 lineup, which we've had some nice looking mechs, especially with the redesigned art by Matt Plog here in the upgrade model, whereas the original art, like most of them, unfortunately, is a little bit poor. But yeah, the Tempest is again another one of those mechs that I'm sure has some interesting little quirks to it. I'm sure it's got its fans. Every mech does, of course. I'm interested, actually. I should look it up if it has a quirk with regards to the top-mounted weapon, which would be the medium laser in the head. Whether that can rotate all the way around and shoot behind it, because the artwork seems to suggest that's what it can do. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, in terms of this being in a computer game, it really only has that height advantage. And when I say computer, I mean MechWarrior, if people were interested in that. Only the top-mounted energy hardpoint. I mean, the rest of them are quite low down, actually. I imagine this would not be a popular mech for anyone even who wanted to do some modifications on it, especially with the fact that it certainly struggles with regards to weapon placement, and it looks like it'd be quite a broad mech, so hitboxes would be a bit poor, but yeah, you know, there it is. It's not bad, it's not crap. As far as tabletop's concerned, it's pretty decent, but yeah, that's the Tempest for you, everybody. Hope you have a good week. Thanks for listening as always, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.